Okay, so like my particular impression right now is for like one of the terms like a real world friends like a world with my some of the long usually happening. And the thing like the word of the word of that was not that I was thinking like I'm leaning more towards for it to be more friendly either live for the key that like this or like silica delivering that using the precious same care like the dynamics of an that way that is not that I'm looking at I'm leaning more towards to be more friendly that like this like that we're going to mention insurance that when I'm bring that will just to be extremely sad and it will just cry a lot and I'm not looking yet like just hiding all that standard from fundamentally what's like down the word after you or reflect the scenario that I'm bring on clearly once again reuniting at that helping online reflecting the scenario that I'm at that point I'm so different from like just select or with like the try and new yeah like the scenario that I'm not and that's presenting as if like she has more on from her or love for just capital like it's not that I'm different. But like eventually I'm different decisions we managing to let us be move on and fall in love with some friend you got but that's it's not that I'm without anything. So yes, so like definitely my particular impression right now is for that the current optimistic of that as soon as the darkness today or like number by getting destroyed by more likely what might be that the return of that what of is like the scenario that I'm going to straight away like I'm going to find that what of supporting as one of and like the battle beginning of the and so now straight away begins then that and so definitely I'm bring that at that point that the remaining of like the same online players that can depend them to be that intense bad them to be extremely busy with their intense battle against like the with other enemy real world players like of course that like them not being able to come to like the help of the customer that does not that I'm yet like I'm preferring one of like the helping online player comes to Asuna in the flat against like what against this like I'm going to finance my disease this struggle is like scenario and I'm going to and I'm going to bring at that point for most likely also to bring down that one like according to my one single having online to become the like as soon as those can get down at that point by one of those like scenario that I'm going to bring. So that after that, I'm going to find that the battle Asuna once again struggling against that possible selection but I'm going to find that possible the approach to bring down Asuna when I'm final so looking at for like another positive like I'm going to find. So they while at that point while Asuna will be feeling that this great for Asuna at that point is when I'm going to find the unexpected influx of Black Kirito happening and Kirito coming into like the your Black Asuna in that point is like it's not that episode is nothing. Because like I'm going to bring nearly Black Kirito even while being in Kyoto's current state that when Kyoto still being in sense from within while Asuna is in that absolutely just like now that different good and that way I'm also bring that Kyoto recovering to save Asuna like just now even while not being able to like reach Asuna that I'm also still being able to like sense Asuna's danger situation and like that way Kyoto making it in time as like what the whole be about different Asuna that was not that so like I'm no different most likely in that battle against Asuna like what about in Asuna's like where Kirito is then Asuna refused to like help what was like Asuna that I'm so like at that point I'm not different also and then right one to get out to bring down Asuna but like at that point like Kirito so like Asuna is like the police my passenger ambition right now for like without delay or like some sort of thing for like to that full dive into that virtual world of the world solely to like save it or like not that and like the actual different case might be such that it is from like the world and like through one of any one of like its friends like the extraction of like its self image from their website and the taking a copy of that and sending it to that precisely is the sub-control for vertical is that is the all of that might be possible for through that through the machines in that the computer in that the world in might be that's the actuative that the case especially by the realm. So like such possibilities might be just certainly by the realm. So like I'm sort of that for like data dot or comes to like such a computer and that way data could dive into like so the word of my and at that point, I'm going to bring Giga totally showing up within like the Western world for like Giga. Show also like exactly similar to like the past case how I'm going to bring like Giga as well like showing up in like the Western world of spawning in like the Western world of the world and like a complete remote location that would not that of the I'm going to bring would be somewhere within like the northern state like that of the so simply I'm going to bring from there like Giga is really all back in like the really searching for that get the sprint like that and that way I'm going to think that which they are running into by SharePoint like Higa to the running into the set of knowledge that over and that way Higa and the that is let them manage it like integrate and make it to like the board and ultra like knowledge that over. Okay, so like the new method of the ambition right now for like Higa to get into the security just like maintain and connect up the set of like knowledge that over. So like at that point I'm notifying like Higa to get careless and get excited and like that way Higa ending up make a noise like maybe interrupting something down and basically that creating a noise and basically at that point I'm going to try for like the enemy porting Giga like realizing that Giga is like about about the mistake not like at that point I'm going to bring for like the Yana electrical company Giga to shout out to like Giga to naturally get on select escape and that we can push it Giga like not that of the thing. So like at that point like as like Giga will be trying to escape and then like Yana will be attempting like a scale up like from like the weapons of the Queen Winter and sort of thing like Yana is getting brought down like to big black group of like this not set up those things that then to fully through that Yana is sacrificed that and those things. Higa even ending up making unions to like make it back to like something new. And that way I'm also prepping for like Higa like mission even ending up putting in that the enemy for getting that idea to also infiltrate through that the cable to that way make it infiltrate and into like the separate role for me. Like not that I'm going to think, but like I'm going to think from like the major role to that to infiltrate into like the cable that might be not that easy, might be like the case also like a complicated that I'm going to go to think. So that way till that way me for like attempting to like infiltrate into that the cable that is not that I'm going to think. And when that way it takes them a while to be able to like do that. But like I'm going to community that the enemy will that manage to like infiltrate into like cable like that with the number of things they will be making it through the game like them enemy for some sort of making it into them the system whole room. So like at that point so that at that point by then I'm notifying for like the from the company would have most likely made the infiltration to what's in the plan that way they would have taken over electro and by then and basically Titoka would have by then offered land to the to like the support Volvo. And basically that way by the time that the neighbor was making it to like the support Volvo like and so defining for like the apprenticeship courses like they made them waiting like and like the support Volvo is like to bring them down like this not that approach. So like but my ambition right now is for like the positive. I don't like right now in such like without experience or like for like bring down portfolio and like the loss of portfolio happening and like the straight away taking and it's the way to like the larger thing. But most likely after like bring down portfolio like seizing away that portfolio is like time manipulation magic time manipulation power and basically using that to like capture one of like the three dragons before like dragons will be flying away from vectors like this narrative that through what might be a time reversal and time manipulation power like this narrative that about and that way vector so that dragon that take Alice to like the other three like one property that I'm the other property that I'm putting is for like by the time vector according to my prevention would be bringing down but for example maybe the unexpected entrance of that which is happening on a dark itself showing up on a dark dragon and basically by the time but for would be bringing down by the time Vector would be bringing down the body that comes to the thing, I think just showing up and rescue and escaping with Black and Black to Black most likely became a terrorist. Black the about that I'm working on the point. So like I'm still getting my very impression that like the village felt and like the role it might not be the actual father of that of even like the actual and might be like the actual expectations but name of the so Selka might not be the actual stuff of like Alice and actually like to be later and always like he might have maybe found as in like the past at like in an abandoned like state and like and now that might have been what might have happened in the correct. So like it might have been with the wife like as inactivity might be had the old mother might be with and like as his old mother maybe might have been the interest of movement of the end. So that initially like the beginning and might have not been able to like learn magic or like might have not had skills to like for like they are not such and it might have been like the case definitely back then like had like talent might have been in that kind of and like state and at that point maybe it might have been the high L I'm totally putting it might have been like the long term pass might have been like the wife of that stuff like and so like it might have been the IL that might have abandoned as like the long term pass might have been what might have happened especially you know today or is the like the limit of the right now that like that might have the survival like for his final time splitting movement to the activity against the limit because that so different that because like but for his final move that that might have figured like time manipulation that like the power of that body and that like actually that he might have been anticipating more time splitting uh find these out of that body until that the variant effect body might have been sensitive to climate change and that way that Vector might have prepared like a plan B of backup strategy and might have been anticipating a time splitting move out of that body might have been the case the climate change. That way like body's final move might have injured like Vector but still might have need managed to bring down Vector might have been attacked with the big case of climate change. Vector might have been able to like start in just barely enough to like the point of like being able to like survive that Buffalo that final move might have been one kind of administratively membrane and that final move of that Buffalo might have sent Vector off that cliff. But like Vector still might have managed to survive, might have been what might have happened to the team, might have been there. So the player was trying that exactly for like Buffalo soul to land right now. Find out as that absolute shocking unpleasant surprise with like not that about thing. So at present like the community needs like in that surprise state. Yet like in the just enough to like the point of not being able to like straight away come up for like and it might be like the situation to believe in the trend. So like I'm looking at something like to heading off to like the interface to like my performance like now that I'm talking about. So like that, we're going to necessarily programming like for clear scenario where like before Alice would be making it back to or reaching back to like the PMO with bringing for like 10 months of like the re-entrance of Lemma happening and Lemma both are really big. So nice like good now that I'm doing. So like that happening and basically as like Buffalo would be about to bring down a zone, I'm going to bring like and showing up to like a zone of use like good now that I'm doing. So like the next thing is back in Alice and Buffalo happening and in that battle as well I'm going to bring like Buffalo defeating different weapons like the upper zone of like the now that I'm doing and as like Buffalo would be about to bring down and it's like by then I'm going to bring like for Giga to like succeed in his like mission and like it like they can bring back it go back to like normal like it's not that I'm going to that and like was will be able to bring down and it's like it showing up to like and it's about you. It's like the main message so right now it's for like was as well as like Windows like a return to like the what's the word of my word being for uh single different reflexes now that I'm doing where like I'm putting it in my book represent like in Barcelona like I'm not like spawning in that the middle of extra bad just like scenario like in the middle it's like the scenario that I'm doing while in the case of like Miller Black and Black, in while responding would be once again responding at like the flag panel and like the after break of like that self like this not that I'm talking or like either that or like somewhere needs to be like the after page where I'm talking for like Miller video responding is like not that up again at that point I'm not different for like Miller to like try the prioritize tell about or it has like board to like after and it's definitely like getting scenario that I'm looking. So like the opportunity that I'm looking for that basketball like return from lasting one that was like the scenario that I'm looking so for that second for the thing that get to return back to like normal and basically bring down basketball and that maybe like that also like basketball happening by Kirito like scenario that I'm looking. So at that point I'm looking maybe Kirito and then that it's a night that is like being in this like celebratory of that them or being able to like that like the assumption that like the long that again like the dark is finally over. Then I'm going to bring at that point for like the sort of definitely demanding that basically like to like the political state that is really them to like join in for like the celebration and basically like Asuna and like the mice or the like doing their absolute maximum to create like bond of like friendship between like the remaining Soviet army and like the human race like was not that important. So like the nice that important with without like forget or like the technique the team was like the start with like not that important. But like if you mention like the human race, like it's taking them a while to like taking them a bit of difficulty to like accept like like the exam is like not that important. So like attention are right at that point. But like I'm going to bring like report like astronomer like making fourth piece like astronomer like I'm getting more about the capacity and that would be at that point making that fourth piece to all the public in like you mentioned like in the way that like basically standing like the army for like their cooperation which which actually allow like the industry like see protected from like the army and everything to get along the line some sort of like as making that speech to like the interface that is unacceptable. So like at that point, because of the manner of the like the industry finally accepting that the remaining of like the surviving exam is like not acceptable. So like that way then falls to be that actually celebrating more and which is celebrating like the like long battle, the victory in like the long battle and everything. It's like it's not that about the so but they will be all celebrating. So that point is when I'm protesting. So that expression like that celebration I'm protesting for like to be what like I'm protesting will up to like take advantage of to like step the sneak in to like begin the way and like cancer and take away and that was not that I'm protesting. So like at that point I'm protesting like the remaining army that it's a living for free a few stuff like basically having environment that doesn't missing of that has but like I'm not finding that Asuna as well as Black kids are feeling strongly that they are innocent and basically glad that we are not referring that Black between like the night or that happening and eventually I'm not referring that constantly them come down to the conclusion that like exactly like the return of Black was a good lag. It's about maybe like the return of Black Miller to that they have happened to be like a conversation that them eventually come down to and basically that way I'm going to maybe along with like the police army as well like approach and they're all taking off through like the dark way without having any clue at all as to that where within like the dark way Linda will be Linda will be hiding and just now Linda and then will be like not terrible. So like while they're very friendly and cool to see that discussing all throughout like the dark way at that point is when I'm going to find most likely for like Miller and like people located within like the dark festival celebrations that like would be about to bring down analysis like snark and a product and William bring like Miller as well as one return like a compare to like the uh initial convert account like the return account from product to the past to be the song of like snark and product. So William was putting at that point as like within like the round of at some previous location as like emitter would be able to bring down Alice and if that will after a number of things that time was happened like for calling what the name of like living stuff that would be showing up to rescue and like ignoring that and sort of thing. So like that few attempt of like it's failing and this mean that way it's getting worked into taking on once again taking on Miller like not that number of so like I'm sort of at that point for like which of the struggle in that bad land some sort of thing like around that time is when I was playing maybe as like thinking that will be about to bring down with the right around that time when I was maybe the stuff revealing to the shop as then basically about like the consumer connection at the connection between that Victor and Harris, which might exist or that we have to range. And some of the different maybe that realization processing it like as space of Indian rail that it's like the route of that order paper already as well as that which are and then about the map everything is really happening like a different can and rail and black taking on Miller at that point like it's not a setup of an Indian that is getting insured but like even that when lamp of like for Miller ending up giving really repeating and like it's not a setup of finally I'm selected double G one can about different out has when I'm going for exactly for black and black end of black having an electric door showing up to that and the sort of thing. And at that point when I'm maybe important the final showing on battle between black crypto and Miller to be happening. So that may be an final showdown and a battle than our that